if the goal or the dream is strong enough and the desire is strong enough that you hang on for as long as it takes for the dream to manifest. Welcome to the Nat and
Sarah Show, where we aim to touch, move, and inspire you every single week.
Really? We're really going to introduce our own show? Maybe we should leave it to the pro.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 1 second, ladies. Here we go. Sarah Maxwell and Natalie Cook are experts in visualization and deliberate use of the law of attraction. As dynamic world athletes representing Canada and Australia in beach volleyball, they honed in on achievement at the highest level. Winning an Olympic gold medal on her home beach of Bondi is a pinnacle example. Their powerful techniques transmute the spiritual to the tangible, allowing thousands of their community members to bring their vision boards to life. Recently, they've taken their expertise on the road as the full-time family, where they inspire, coach, and lead people to create their unique, deliberate family life using a simplified 3-step process. Welcome to the Nat and Sarah Show. Join us for twice-weekly episodes. Each week, Nat and Sarah will teach us how to deliberately create results in all areas of life using their unique 3-step process. Not only that, they'll also sit down with some of their favorite high achievers who have manifested what most merely dream about. Are you a member of the community? Go to bit.ly/The Nat and Sarah Show to download your 3-step journal to follow along with each workshop-style teaching episode and get ready to take action on your inspirations.
It's the Nat
And Sarah
Show!
Woo! 2019. Where has the time gone? So to kick off this big year, we will be taking you through our 3-step process using law of attraction to manifest that which you want out of life. And it all starts with creating your new...
Wait. There's a pre-step to this process.
Why are you always interrupting me? Is this going to be how the year goes? Are we going to be interrupting each other?
Yeah, well, you like to talk too, so I got to get in there some point.
You know, people that really know you would really be surprised to know that you don't actually talk that much.
I know. That's a hidden secret. You might learn about that later.
Just so you know, everybody, Nat is a motivational speaker, and yet somehow when she's at home, she must not be feeling so motivated because she doesn't talk that much.
Well, don't carry the stage with me everywhere. It seems like yours is like under your feet.
I know, that's a good idea. People don't pay me as much for that, but okay. So, all right, it's most important that we kick off our very first podcast talking about one of the things we did every day as a child, but rarely do as adults.
And as we just talked about...
Just wait, that's dreaming. I have to say, that's the topic today. Wait. So, the thing that we do as kids that we don't do as adults is dream.
And you talked about talking, right? One of my pet peeves is that all we do is talk. So one of the important things for the Nat and Sarah Show podcast is that we actually want some doing. So be sure to go to bit.ly/The Nat and Sarah Show for your free worksheets and follow along with today's show, because you have to make sure you put pen to paper. And I really like pen to paper, not typing, because it accesses a creative part of your brain that we often don't use anymore because of iPads, tablets, and computers.
Okay, so you guys, you got to do this part because Nat was obsessed with these worksheets. Like, if there was no doing, she just couldn't handle it. Because basically, we could talk all of 2019, but if nothing changes for you guys, then that really doesn't make us happy, that doesn't excite us. And so I've been living with this for 18 years, a doer. So it's really helped me to take my insights and my inspirations and actually shift my life and not just talk about my life.
So on that, when you print out the worksheets, you can maybe get a binder or a folder to put them in, or you can spread them out around the room behind the toilet door. You put them up so that you see them, because if you file them in the computer, when are you really going to see them again? Let's be honest. And sometimes you don't even know where to find the file. But let's get these worksheets out. Let's write, let's draw, let's do something creative with our brain and put them in a binder.
And we weren't supposed to talk about this part right now, but this reminds me of how you put together your book, Nat. And when you shared with me that if it wasn't for all the worksheets and the binders and the diaries that you had, the book never could have been written. And basically, you were writing that book over time. And not that people are going to use these worksheets to write a book. However, being able to actually go back and access the information when you most need it. I mean, would that be useful?
Yeah, and ironically, it's the story of your life, which we're going to talk about in future, that if you don't publish, that's okay. But I would not have written a book because I would have been overwhelmed at the ginormous nature of how to start with page 1 and get to 250 pages, right? But when I went to all my journals and all my binders with little snippets and little stories, the book was made, except for the last chapter, which was us competing in Sydney. So it literally was all written, the journey all the way through to Sydney, waiting for the last chapter, which is pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. Should we tell them what happens in the last chapter? No, we won't tell them yet.
Not yet.
So back to dreaming. So you'll recognize my mantra because I go off on tangents, but I'll do my best to be interrupted and pulled back. But this idea of dreaming, we have a 3-year-old, and every day we watch her creating worlds with her imagination. Sometimes we're trying to talk to her and we can see that she's not on planet Earth right now. She is in fairyland of her own creating. And so, she just moves so effortlessly from her imagined world to her current life. And it really inspires us as parents to talk about this sometimes forgotten ability, this thing that we all started with, but perhaps have put on the shelf for a little while. So, Nat, why does dreaming even matter?
Well, we talk about wanting things in our life. Like if you want to progress in your life, you often need that starts, or wherever you want to go in your life, starts with that dream, starts with that little ember of a flame inside your belly that often comes from seeing something. So for me, with my Olympic dream and my Olympic journey, it started by seeing an event, the Commonwealth Games, ironically, which is not the Olympics, but similar, a big international multi-sport event. And I saw someone do what I thought would be cool to do. Now, I never knew how it was going to happen and all that comes after it, but it sparked the dream. And that, for me, is, I have a belief that it all starts with a dream. And the best way to see your dream is actually to close your eyes.
How ironic. This whole podcast started as a dream, a means of expressing a life that we're currently living, but basically wanting others to be able to share it alongside us. Because I think there's this moment in life as you go through it that you realize doing it all alone is a little bit, I don't want to say boring, but maybe a little bit
Black and white,
not as colorful. I actually don't want to put judgment on it, but basically one of our highest values is being able to share that which we experience in life. So 2 years ago, I had a dream, and I had a dream of living in Switzerland, but the dream wasn't at nighttime. It was literally a guided meditation process to evoke dreams again. And it was something that I needed to actively put myself in that space, because I'd gotten to the point where I was saying things to myself like, you know what, my life's pretty good. I don't need to dream of anything else. I've done so many things and I don't want for more. And this was something that I was saying to other people. It was something that I was definitely saying to myself. And so being able to sit there and allow myself the space to almost be a kid again and to dream, up popped this memory of something I had said to myself way back in 2000, and here we are at 2019. And so, almost 20 years ago, I had said to myself, one day I want to live in Switzerland. And, I had previously lived there for a short time. I loved it. And, life happens. Over 20 years, I ended up, representing my country in volleyball. I ended up getting married to an Australian, who forgot to tell me that she was a woman. She tricked me